I will share a romantic experience I had as we wait for their responses. I think that moment of spontaneity is pretty fun. When I was in Colombia, there was like a really fancy steakhouse, and it was hard to get in. But I was like, it was like a first date with this person. Well, it was like a first real date with this person. And I was like, I would like to take her there. She mentioned she had never been there. She's like, oh, fuck. How are we going to do this? I also wanted to take her to the show that was all in the dark.
A show in the dark?
It was completely...
First of all, you don't like that. That's scary for you.
I was fine with it. It's supposed to mimic like what it's like to experience a play as a blind person or something like that. It's amazing. Also, show was sold out.
Everything you wanted to do was sold out.
Yeah.
Who is going to all these things?
I don't know, but I was like, oh, fuck, I need this. So I've like every minute or like every 5 minutes, I was calling the restaurant, calling the fucking theater. And then I passed the theater on the way to the restaurant, and I get a call from them saying, hey, we just had a last minute cancellation. You want the tickets?
No way.
So I'm like, I'm outside. I'll buy them right now. Ran in, bought the fucking tickets.
Was the show good?
Hold on. Got to the restaurant, completely packed. Got the walk-in reservation.
How?
And I was like, oh, we're set up. We had a beautiful dinner, wonderful experience, and then afterwards we went to the theater in the dark, and we had never kissed before, me and this girl. And the music starts playing. It's like a whole...
Is it like pitch black, or you can kind of see silhouettes?
No. You walk in, like you have to hold the person in front of you because it's completely pitch black.
Were you at all nervous? Because I know you. You get very
I was a little nervous.
I knew it.
I was a little nervous, but they're playing it's like a whole recording of ABBA. So
if you change your mind.
Yeah. So suddenly we're dancing a little bit, and then we realized no one can see us.
So you could dance a lot.
We were dancing a lot. We started making out in the dark.
Cameron Ross Poter, you dirty dog.
It was a wonderful experience.
Were people doing more than kissing there?
No one was even dancing there.
How do you know if it was blackout dark?
No one else was doing it. I heard a grandma behind us saying, like, the person next to her was like, are you okay? Are you doing all right?
I was surprised that you were doing all right.
I think I whacked some fucking person.
Yeah. Are there chairs or are you standing?
Everyone's seated in chairs. She and I were standing, dancing, making out. Amazing.
How do you know that everybody's seated? They could have been dancing.
No one was.
I bet you that people are having sex in those theaters.
You think so?
Yeah.
It wasn't really it wasn't.
Any opportunity.
It started getting a little frisky between us, and then the lights came on at the end. I thought they were going to march us all back out, but the lights fucking came on.
And you're like half dressed?
I was like, whoa. Yeah, kind of.
Very romantic.
Very romantic.
Never heard this story before.
Yep. That was a good one. Yep. Should we move to the TikTokers?
Did anybody come through with any discussion on whether or not the olden days with the long poofy dresses were...
No, we got a hello from Texas. Somewhat.
Hi, Texan.
Red Zerg says, Karen, you're breathtakingly beautiful.
Red Zerg, that's what I want to hear, not whatever the other guy said.
Joshua Gregory says, great debate, lace or silky. I think that's a reference to the dresses. I'm not sure.
Right.
All right, so let's turn to these sneaky freaks and find out what their most romantic experience was.
So we call you guys sneaky freaks because you listen to us and we know you're freaky. But if you would like to join us, we have a Patreon page, which is patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom. You too can help out and be a sneaky freak on that Patreon page. What?
Someone said, Cameron, you are the man.
Oh, Cameron, you're getting a little distracted by all these compliments.
I just was pretty pumped about that one.
And if you're listening to this and you haven't ever done this, share our podcast with a friend. Every single person listening shared it with one friend, we would double our listenership.
That's a good point, mother.
So just share it. You got nothing to lose. It's free. Just copy the link and paste it and send it out to your friends.
All right. So here, can we go forward?
Please.
The question of the week: What has been your most romantic experience with a partner or by yourself? If you've never had a partner, Lisa responds saying, "My guy sent me roses at work. The card said, pack a bag. We are going somewhere." Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Could you imagine? He picked me up, wouldn't tell me where we were going. He took me to a hotel at the beach that had a jacuzzi tub in the middle of the room. When we walked in, it was candlelit. There was lingerie and perfume on the bed he picked out for me. We walked on the beach, danced in the room, bathed together, and had a lot of amazing sex.
Wow.
That's fucking romantic as fuck.
Lisa's always got those good tales to tell.
How are you going to beat that?
I got nothing.
That's a perfect romantic night. How do you even find a hotel with a jacuzzi tub in the middle of the room?
Well, they used to have, I forgot the name of it. What's the name of that hotel chain that they would have jacuzzis in every room? It was basically go there to just have sex.
Because there was a jacuzzi in the room?
Yeah. And they had hanging baskets and stuff like that. I forgot the name of it.
You were weirded out that other people...
I didn't go because whoever I was with was weirded out that it was not sanitary.
Was it by the hour?
Yes, or by the night.
Well, by the night.
Sybaris, that's what it's called.
I've never heard of that.
It came to me.
What
See,
is that?
my brain is not complete mush. What do you mean, what is it? It's a hotel
Yeah, but...
in Chicago where people go to just have some whoopee.
Whoopee! All right.
I bet their busiest day is probably Valentine's Day.
That's pretty good. I'm going to check that out next time I'm in
But
town.
you are probably right about how do you sanitize for that? I bet you during COVID it probably didn't do too well.
Laura says, we met in a hotel room in total darkness. It was so dark I couldn't even see the outline of his face. We spent 2.5 hours having sex by touch, smell, and taste only. Ooh. Wow, that's a good one. I think that depriving of the senses can be very, very, very fun and romantic.
So they couldn't talk.
I don't know why they're not talking in this situation, but it sounds like there was not a lot of verbal.
What if there's moaning?
There probably was some moaning. I guess moaning. If I were to guess.
Why would you guess that?
There's usually moaning in these romantic situations.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm glad you had those 2.5 hours of bliss. Joseph says an old girlfriend / FWB flew in to spend the weekend. I picked her up at the airport, blindfolded her, and whisked her away to a cabin in the Ozarks. Once again, we're talking blindfold. No eyes. What's going on here with the no eyes? I started this trend with the...
Right, with the darkness.
Yeah. What do you think that is?
I don't know, but can I tell you a little divergent story?
Yeah, I barely can see right now, so maybe I'm going to start getting all horned up. Okay, go on.
So a friend of mine that lives in my building had just broken up with a boyfriend.
Okay.
So Deez and I had an out-of-town guest coming in town, so we fix up the out-of-town guest with my friend.
Okay.
Well, they decided that they both didn't have plans for Valentine's Day. And they met in New York.
They did?
And they're hitting it off in New York.
No way.
But before she left, she said, I could really, really use some Uber lube to save the day.
Uber lube, our favorite lube. Go on.
Because I had already given the guy that was staying with us a sample packet of it.
You're just doling it out like candy.
I'm doling it out because I am the Uber woman of Uber lube. Okay? Just call me Lube Lady. Anyway, so Lube Lady said, I got some for you. And she said, I need something that's going to be good for the sensitive, what. I said, this stuff should work.
A little cooter.
So I made a little bag full of different samples, travel packs, all kinds of things from Uber Lube. And she's like, well, I'm just getting ready to, pack, and I don't have time to go to get it, whatever. So she lives on a different floor than me. And I go, well, we're not up for traipsing around the whole, place. So she goes, I got an idea. She calls down to the front desk, and she has the lady at the front desk come and pick it up from my apartment and bring it to her apartment.
That is the bougiest goddamn bullshit I've ever heard in my life.
Is that bougie bullshit?
That is unbelievable.
Uber Lube was traveling. Have Lube will travel.
She couldn't come down, so she asked the front desk person to come bring it up to her.
Yep.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
I don't know.
That's how important, I guess, Uber Lube is.
It is.
What is this front desk person thinking when she's picking up a bag of Uber Lube from your apartment and bringing it to the one above?
I don't know what she's thinking.
That is nuts.
I don't even know if she looked in the bag, which I didn't seal that well. I put a little paper clip to close it.
Oh, my God.
It was in a Trader Joe's bag.
Oh, my fucking God.
Anyway, sorry to get off track.
You got very off track.